music has the capacity to change the physiology of the mind, brain, body, and soul. What is prayer according to you?
Wisdom. We need a balance between the soul and wisdom. Sufi dance time, right hand is up, left hand is down to find the center gravity. What is the center gravity? Balance between the wisdom and soul.
Jalaluddin Rumi is the idol of all Sufis.
Master is Shams and Rumi. I went directly to the Rumi. 1000 years ago, it was a fisherman. He went to the cut fish with a straight hook. After 1 year, he was famous and rich to the king. King asked him, "What's your secret?" He said, "Visiting to you."
Through the whirling, you don't need the meditation because you get into trance immediately. Somebody comes to you and says, "I have cancer. Teach me Sufi dance. Let me be healed from the cancer."
Yeah.
Possible?
Yes. I had a lot of students, they had
Hi, this is Dr. Sweta Adatia. I joke and I say I'm a brain plumber, aka neurologist. I fix broken brains, but that's not a very exciting job. And when I say job, I always say just over broke. But what is really interesting is to kindle the normal brains and bring the intersection of neuroscience and spirituality. And today, on this Limitless Brain Podcast, I am super excited because I am going to bring somebody who I was mesmerized. The very first time when I watched his swirling, I was completely mesmerized. And today, I am super excited to bring a guest, Mr. Dervish, here with me. Welcome, Mr. Dervish, who is going to talk to us about Sufism as well as, by the way, he is a grand master in the swirling. So we will come to know a lot of things about swirling. We will also talk to him about what happens in the brain, in the mind. What is the spiritual purpose of these practices? And with him, I have joining again a very, very special guest, Mr. Nigel. He is the founder of Maona TV, and I would like both of them to also introduce themselves as we start. But the best thing about Michael is that he's half German and half Iranian, thanks to his wife.
Yes.
What is really interesting is that he brings this perspective of an openness, an open mind, an open brain to understand various aspects of spirituality and also the neuroscience and general science as well. So, welcome both of you on the Limitless Brain Podcast. And I would like Mr. Dervish to now introduce yourself formally to our audience.
simple dervish.
Yes.
I have been whirling and teaching and learning Sufism and Sufi dance around 30 years.
Wow.
And also I'm playing.
Yes. You play a lot of instruments, so.
Yes, more than 10 instruments.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing, amazing.
Yeah.
Welcome on the show. My humblest gratitude for...
Thank you for inviting.
Yes. Over to you, Mr. Michael.
Thanks, Dr. Sweta Adatia, for having me here. I'm Nigel. I'm partner of Maona TV. We are the leading streaming platform for senseful films and documentaries in German-speaking countries about ecology, about religion, about things which go a little bit deeper than the average cinema thriller, and which should give people impulses to develop their talents more and find out what their real talents are and what their way in life is. And besides that, I'm an old and tech economy entrepreneur in software and microelectronics and so on, because the spiritual and religious contents do not always feed you well, materialistic-wise.
True.
So thanks for having me here. And I'm not only with Sufism and Dervish, whirling, but also with other religions. I'm since 25 years into these subjects and try to find out more and more about it.
Beautiful.
And I even want to learn Dervish whirling as well.
Wow.
And go to school as soon as I find time. Hopefully we can do it this year. At Mr. Dervish, I will be his student then.
Wonderful. And I learned that he's a grandmaster, which means he can whirl for 8 hours.
This is world record, 8
wow,
hours.
8
world
hours.
Record.
I mean, I tried for a couple of minutes and I would just get dizzy, spinny, and I would just fall.
Yeah, you get dizzy. Yeah.
So when I first watched the entire dance, as in the Sufi tradition, it was very, very interesting for me as a neuroscientist, because when you take a turn, you sort of feel dizzy and you ought to fall because of your vestibular system. So there is a balance system in our ears, which is also going back to the brain. Yeah. So how is this possible that there is no dizziness and then you feel also spiritually uplifted? What is really going on behind the scenes?
I had different student, Down syndrome,
yes,
and autism. Mm-hmm. Maybe 200.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. They are whirling 3 hours. And they have a lot of problem for hand and pressure, blood pressure, and everywhere. I don't know why. Mm-hmm. And this is not only for my body. This is about our balance. Mm-hmm. This is about what do I eat? Mm-hmm. What do I see? Mm-hmm. My close friend, who?
Yes.
This is about your vision and your talking, your every second time, your every moment, for every your feeling, your relationship between you and your dog, free birds, the new people.
So I heard, if I may ask, recently, a few months ago, I had a discussion with Mr. Dervish, and he said everybody can learn it, mm-hmm. and you stop being dizzy mm-hmm. after you need 6 months or so to learn the Dervish dancing mm-hmm. or the whirling, and your ears will adjust. Right. And it becomes kind of stiff in your ears, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. so you don't feel dizzy anymore.
At all, yes.
And today we heard from Mr. Dervish that even his student, mm-hmm. who started 2 years ago, she can already do 3 hours of whirling.
Wow. What excites me as a neurologist and a scientist is that, these...
But we don't have exciting in Sufi dance time.
No, absolutely. But no, what...
Not exciting, like it's sleeping.
It is really a practice, right? It is a deep sense of practice, commitment.
Yes, we need to practice for everything.
Yes, precisely.
So how many weeks
spirituality
you must practice?
way is a journey.
Yes.
Mm. You know about focusing, about be patient.
Yes.
Being patient, and is important.
Yes. So what happens to these people when they practice? What is really going on with them? Nothing.
No.
That's the beautiful thing.
Every people ask me, what happened? Nothing.
Wow. So is that...
Only this answer. Nothing.
Nothing.
No exciting. No goal.
Beautiful. And I also see that there is a particular way in which the hand is kept. I see that there is a particular way in which it is done.
We have a lot of shape for mm-hmm. Sufi dance. Mm-hmm. It depends on... we are from Turkey, in Egypt, and Morocco, and we have a lot of countries they are whirling in mm-hmm. Brazil and Japanese and Korean and Russia, everywhere. But is Rumi's Sufi dance is newest whirling in the world.
Interesting.
Yeah. 600
I think
years.
about 800 years or so,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
800 years.
What we are, we have been whirling in, like Iran is maybe 5,000 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
So is it something which, from the spiritual standpoint, how is it getting connected to the consciousness? How is it getting connected to God? Of course, there is a beautiful healing angle to it.
Yeah.
We'll come back to that. But would you tell us what is that practice leading to in terms of spiritual?
Yes, simple
uplifting?
action. It has a lot of means, and
Yes.
yes, we have two body, left and right. Left body is stable, but his right body turn around the left body. Left body is universe, and right body is
The
us.
self.
Yeah.
Yes.
And this is a big issue for every Sufi dance beginner. Sorry, my speaking.
Yes, I know. You're doing perfectly fine. Your English is
My
just...
Your
Speaking-
English is
my-
better than my Farsi. So.
Yeah, of course.
No, absolutely. You're just...
my English is rusty.
Yes.
Yeah, I knew it's rusty word.
Yeah.
Yes, and is means is left and right is means is wisdom and soul.
Beautiful.
Yes, we need a balance between the soul and wisdom. Without wisdom, we can't go anywhere. Without soul, we can't go anywhere.
Beautiful.
But its balance is so important. Sufi dance time, we don't have a same shape. Right hand is up, left hand is down. Right foot is not same left and right. But we have to find the center gravity.
Okay.
And what is the center gravity? Balance between the wisdom and soul.
Balance between the wisdom
And soul.
and the soul. Beautiful.
Or soul or love.
Love,
Yeah.
consciousness,
Yes, conscious.
God.
Yes. Between.
Beautiful, beautiful. And there is a cap also, which is a very typical, what I have seen in the dance. Can you tell us Sikke, right? Sikke, that's what it's
Yes,
called.
Turkish name is
Sikke.
yes, Turkish name is Sikke, but Persian name is different, and everywhere is different. And clothes and dress for women, yeah, we have different.
What is the significance of that?
We have a nail of steel on the garden for
Buffalo, putting the...
No, for ram kardan.
Domestic.
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 For domestic, the buffaloes. And they have a half-meter chain for touch the buffaloes to the nail. No?
So the buffalo, there is a nail, and then the
Yes,
buffaloes are
but
going
Goes
heavy
around.
nail.
yeah.
1 meter nail, and yes, it's so heavy.
Makes him
From-
from wild to civilized.
Yes.
It's made is from steel, so heavy. Nail name is Sekke.
Ah, that
Yes.
nail is called
After
the Sikke.
1 week, they open the chain, and this buffalo is like it's our family on the garden.
So it becomes domesticated.
Yes.
Ah.
And his Rumi said his hat name is Sekke. After giving you, after your learning, you can take it, your hat. But your thought is not going to the
Outside, huh?
around your head
Yeah.
outside.
Oh, beautiful.
They stay in the head.
Wow. So you become
You
that
have
much
to
focused.
you have to keep your
Yes.
everything for yourself.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's very interesting for me from the brain's perspective that, you have 4 brain waves. I think I had the opportunity of also looking inside your brain. It was just beautiful to have a look at
Yes.
Mr. Dervish's
Yes.
brain, right? You
Yes.
and me have studied that.
Yes.
So what really happens is there is something called the fast rhythm beta. The moment I close my eyes, there is alpha. The moment I go a little deeper, it is the state of theta. And when we fall asleep, it's delta. What I presume is that when the whirling is happening, most people would be in that state of trance or state of feeling of that theta. I strongly feel that. In fact, when we did your brain scan as well, there was a ample theta which we found,
Yeah.
and it was a beautiful brain, by the way.
You know better than me about my brain.
Yes, just perfect brain. And then,
My private.
and the interesting, again, the concept for me, as you said, is autism, children who were suffering from the physical problems, children who had attentional issues, and also what is it doing? It's essentially a practice which is definitely changing your, not just the soul upliftment, but there is also a physiological change which is happening in the brain and the mind. What do you think, Michael?
Yeah, it has to be that after some seconds of
Yes.
seconds or minutes, this I cannot answer because I
You
don't
are
know
learning.
how to do it yet.
Yes.
But it is like a super deep meditation. It must be.
Yes.
Well, because in the meditation you also stop thinking,
Correct.
and by doing breath techniques, and you go deeper and deeper and deeper into it. And if you do the right breath techniques, you can be very deep into the meditation, as you also teach in your webinars,
Yes.
Dr. Sweta. And it should be even more with the whirling, because I think once Mr. Dervish told me, through the whirling, you don't need the meditation because you get into trance
Yes.
immediately or after a minute or
Yes.
1 minute, 2 minutes or so.
Beautiful.
So this I can really imagine, because when we do meditation, our brain is still engaged with the daily things. Therefore we say, let the thoughts come, but don't follow them.
Right.
Let them come and don't follow them. But if you're whirling,
Yeah.
you must try not to fall. You must
Yes.
try not to, and you can't think. When you whirl, you can't think,
Yeah.
because your body must move the right around the left side. Correct.
So it's so interesting. There's concentration and relaxation
Concentration
both
on your
happening at the same
movement.
time. Yeah.
So your ego thinking, your ego thoughts are not involved at all.
Beautiful.
If you do this, this is the reason why I want to learn it.
Oh,
By the
wow.
way,
Yeah.
It's to borrow. Sometimes I'm bored having 20 minutes of breath technique.
Yes.
I said, oh shit.
No,
Sorry.
sometimes some people cannot sit, right? The moment I
Yeah,
hear that, the moment I'm
I'm not
sitting.
patient enough sometimes, but with the Dervish technique, whirling 3-4 times around my axle, my own axle, I'm in it. Oh, that's it. Good. I save time also.
So tell me, from your point of view, what is music and what really happens when we listen to the music, when you create music? What is the definition of music from a perspective of spirituality?
Before being musician, before being Sufi dancer, before being master of everything, I worked in my inside, in my brain.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I needed for going to the level up my mind.
Yes.
You have glass there, no? What is the inside?
It's empty.
Empty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sometimes it's tea.
Yes.
Sometimes water.
True.
Sometimes soil. No?
Right.
For being spirituality, musician, for being Sufism, everything, you need to be empty.
Beautiful.
Empty the brain.
Yes.
Beautiful.
After empty, you have everything. You can attract everything for yourself.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Everything. What do you need? Kindness, wisdom,
Love, compassion, care.
creation. You want to make a song? It's easy. Is it like Beethoven?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a spiritual, it's Sufi. Beethoven is Sufi.
Yes.
No?
His music.
Yes.
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 I think
Nietzsche is Sufi.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when Beethoven
Yes.
wrote his Ninth Symphony,
Yeah.
he was deaf.
Yeah.
He couldn't hear.
Yeah.
So he wrote it in his brain, so to say, in his thoughts.
Absolutely.
And
How
he
much-
heard the music in colors.
How much we are empty, we are Sufi. More Sufi. How
that's-
much we are.
The more
Yes.
empty
Yeah.
that we become,
Yeah.
the more Sufi we
Yes.
become. That's a beautiful.
But
I mean,
isn't it the goal also for meditation is the same,
That's right.
to get your brain empty? And your best intuitions, they come to you when you stop thinking,
Yes.
when you try to stop thinking.
What's the people problem?
too much thinking.
Yes.
Overthinking.
No.
Overthinking. Yes.
All the problem is about thinking.
Yes. Yes. And I say that there's something
When you
called-
are asleep, you have a problem.
No. You forget
You
about
can't
everything.
think.
Yes.
Yes.
But you are breathing and you are
True.
alive.
Yes.
True.
Yes, it's true.
I like to call this as psycho-neuro-physio-immuno-endocrinology. Psycho-neuro-physio-immuno-endocrinology.
Which
It's all-
only a neurologist understands, frankly
which
speaking.
begins from the mind, It
And we
begins
have
from the
two
mind.
way for reach to the better than human. It's one first way is technical. Yeah, this is, and second is dive to the Sufism, everything, like to the empty space.
Beautiful. So what really is Sufism? What is the tradition of Sufism?
Sufi is different and Sufism is different.
Yes. Can you explain
Sufi is
our
free.
audience?
Everyone can Sufi.
Ah.
Yeah.
Sufi is freedom.
Yes, Sufi is freedom. Yeah, without religion. But Sufism is about Muslim and everyone same and everyone is
True.
beautiful. Yes.
Yes, very true.
It's most important is being empty.
Being empty. What a profound message that is.
Yes.
As I think the world currently is definitely into overthinking, sleep problems. I mean,
Absolutely.
I look at people's.
Yes. When we are playing oud, guitar, everything. We are empty. Improvise time. For technical time, no. We have
True.
Yes.
At that time you're preparing, but then
Yeah.
I think it is in our neuroscience we call it the flow state. Where you are not
Yes.
actually focusing. You're just there.
Yeah.
You are just there, and everything is just happening. And that is the reason why in meditation often I say that you don't
Yes.
need to do meditation. Meditation must happen. There's a difference,
Correct.
between
people
the-
think is instrument is sacred.
Yes.
Is oud is sacred. No, every instrument
Yes.
sacred. Everything is sacred. Is
Yes. Very
Me.
true. Very
Yes.
true.
not my instrument.
Yes, and I think that reminds me that we are all also instruments where we have to play the consciousness which is happening through us as instruments as well, right?
Yes.
So, Michael, you were also reading about the entire tradition and all. Do you
Yes.
have some questions for Mr. Dervish?
Yeah, first of all, me coming from Western Europe, I've seen Sufism, or let's say Dervish dancing, on tourist boats in Istanbul. They bring it as a show. I thought, oh, nice! What they looked so nice with the light show and the white dress.
Yes.
Only men I saw. I've never seen a Dervish dancer, female person. And then I didn't know that there is anything behind it. I really didn't know it. And then when here in Dubai, I met Mr. Dervish and came closer to it and heard his music and everything. So I went deeper into the subject, and I found out, first of all, it exists since 1,300 years. It is the mysticism, the mystic, and the spirituality of the Islam in depth. It's even it goes deeper and more beyond than what the maybe imams teach to the to the average public. And then going deeper into the history is that it started with during the time of Prophet Muhammad. And in about 700 something, so 8th century is almost 1,300 years ago, and there were some early Sufism scientists, teachers, Dervish, who were still very famous. Their names, and when I looked into some studies, they became very old, first of all. I mean, like Hassan al-Basri, he lived 642 to 728 after Christ. He became 86.
Wow.
Then there was also a lady, an Arabian lady, Arab lady, Rabia al-Adawiyya. She was born in 713. She became 88. This was the only female most famous in the history I found. And there was Junaid Baghdadi. He became 80 years old. This was 830 to 910. And then in the more new time, the more new time
Modern
is still
times.
800 years ago. For us. So it's new time for Sufism. We had this Jalal al-Din Rumi.
Yes, Jalaluddin.
And about him I heard first time from my Persian wife. She told me about him, and she said even Goethe copied him in the poems, took many contents from him, let this translate into German.
I love Rumi.
And Johann Wolfgang von Goethe is in the Western world is the most famous poetist and writer at all. We all have to read Goethe in school.
Is it? Okay.
And to learn everything from his poems. But he was also like Sufi, like Rumi. He was a genius in many areas. He was also a lawyer. He was a judge. He was a biologist. He collected small beetles and popped them with a needle on the wall, and had the largest collection in the world about it. But Jalal al-Din Rumi is the hero, so to say. Not the hero is too less.
I was quite
the idol of all Sufis.
So, Michael,
nowadays.
I was quite fortunate to have one of the shows attended of Mr. Dervish on the Rumi, on the entire life of Rumi. Why don't you tell us some things about Rumi and who was Rumi and what is his teachings, essentially,
You said he came from Iran originally, right? From the old Persia.
Yes, old Persia.
Old Persia.
Yes, yes, from Balkh.
Balkh.
Yeah, Balkh.
Balkh.
Yes. It was 1,000 years ago. It was a fisherman. He went to caught a fish with a straight hook.
Generally, it's a curved hook.
Yes.
Yeah.
Normal is hook is
Healthcare.
yeah.
Yes.
Right.
But he went for straight hook. After 1 year, he was famous and rich to the king. This news.
Who is that who is
Yeah, who
catching
is-
the fish?
Yeah, people made of fun of for him. How is it was it was a man is
With a straight hook.
True.
for a straight hook.
True.
Yeah. And after that, he went for visit the king. After 2 years,
Okay.
king asked him, "Why you fish catch the fish for a straight hook? What's your secrets?"
Purpose. Yes.
What do you think? He said, "Visiting to you."
Ah.
Other
nice.
fishermen caught the fish with curve hook, but
Never see the king.
I caught the king with straight hook.
That's a nice one. I caught the king with the straight hook.
And
Yes.
Shams, master of Rumi, he said to Rumi, "You have to be straight, one like God.
Wow.
God is one."
Beautiful. Wow, that's amazing. I mean,
But you told me before this interview, this podcast, you told me that Rumi was, in the end, he was a king of Konya in Turkey. He was
Konya.
Konya in
Yes.
Turkey.
Yes.
And there is also this, when I did some studies before this event, I read millions of people, they come on October 17
Yes.
to Konya because this was the death date,
Oh, okay.
the date when
Yes.
when Rumi died
Yes.
this was in 1273, and still 800 years later, people come on this particular day.
Not only
millions of
Yeah.
people
Wow.
in
but,
Turkey.
but not only Konya, in Uzbekistan and Iran and Afghanistan
And they go to other
Tajikistan.
shrines.
Yes, yes. But is Rumi is living in lover people
yes.
inside.
Ishq, what we call,
Yeah.
right? The ishq,
We
that
have a
is the love.
ceremony everywhere. It's not important for the first time in the Middle East, Rumi. We have celebrate for Rumi's death. Not Rumi's birthday. Only Rumi in the Middle East. We don't have celebrate for dead time in. It's not for our culture.
Yes.
You know, no?
Very nice.
So in Western Europe, not many people know about
okay.
Rumi,
Okay.
as well as they don't know much about Sufism and
We have a
Sufi
big
dancing.
celebrate on the small village between the mountain in Iran.
Interesting.
October 17.
Yeah, nice.
Not only October 17, during the 10 days, but October 17 is
The
end
special.
of
Final
yeah,
day.
special,
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
special.
So,
Wonderful.
We say it's October 17 we against the sunrise is sunset time. So October 17 we had two sunsets. One real
the actual
sun
sunset, yes.
and two sun is Rumi.
Yeah, actually.
So I think in Western Europe, the only day where millions of people go to a shrine, which is in our case a church, is December 24th.
Oh, yes.
Jesus
the
Christ,
Christmas,
yeah, the
yes,
Christmas
yes,
day.
Yes, yes.
That's it. There is no other human being where millions of people come and not pray to him, but honor him, so to say.
Beautiful, beautiful. So what is prayer according to you? What really is prayer? Should people pray? What is the significance of praying?
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
Yes. Yes. For being human, we need a first step, being wisdom. Most people, they have a mistake for, I love to spirituality, go to the spirituality. No, you need it for first step in wisdom. It's your left
Yes.
body for balancing. After understanding about wisdom, you can go step by step to the
Spirituality.
True.
It's big prayer for Rumi. Yes.
Very true.
He said, you went many times to the Hajj. You know
To Mecca,
Yes.
yeah.
Mecca,
Yes.
yeah. For Muslim. One time, come back to your brain.
Oh, wow. Come back to yourself.
That time, Mecca, it's turn around you, not you turn around the Mecca.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So at that time, Makkah will turn around
It
you.
means we need a wisdom. Yeah.
Very true, very true. And specifically, I come from Indian tradition where we have guru or the people who teach you, from the traditional
Yes,
this of it,
yes,
and
yeah.
which is very important from the context
Yes.
of learning. What is the take in the Sufi tradition?
No, my master is Shams and Rumi. I went directly to the Rumi. I had it before masters, but it's after learning, I went directly to the Rumi. Come to me and speak to me without any wall.
Yes, beautiful.
So this means your Sufi dances, which you did, or Sufi Whirling, connected you with Rumi, and you got by intuition
No.
the commands from
No,
him.
Rumi is not goal. Rumi
Ah.
is one person like me. He like you.
Yeah.
He's not sacred. As Rumi said, I'm not sacred. I'm
Yes.
normal.
Yes.
Other people is not normal.
True.
Yes.
Very true. Very interesting.
Yes. It's, I'm teaching about wisdom and going to the higher level our mind. For my, this is Sufi dance is hook for me.
That's sort of a
The straight
way.
hook.
Yes. Yes,
It's a
not-
way, through which you attain,
Yes,
sort of go
yes.
beyond your brain and beyond
Yes,
your
yes,
mind.
yes.
It's like any prayer. Beautiful. So I wanted to come back to the healing aspect of it,
Yes,
the
that's-
healing.
Wow,
I mean, you are a healer
Yeah,
yourself.
no.
So, when people... So
you know
I'm-
better than me. You,
No, no,
you have lot of my picture.
No, I'm a
My
medical
brain.
doctor, and I often joke and I say, when they bring in all the Excel sheets, and I say, look, I'm a healer, I'm not a dealer. So I really would understand the people from inside out. For healing, there are people who have a lot of wounds inside, the subconscious things which you keep inside, and then you struggle, you don't have good health, you don't have.
You know about the Arabian calligraphy.
Arabian what?
Arabian-
Calligraphy?
Calligraphy.
The calligraphy,
Calligraphy,
yes.
Yeah, writing.
Yeah, writing.
And music.
Yes.
Calligraphy and music and dance. Basically, we need one point. The learning about only point.
Specific.
Yeah. We have a note in music, one point. And dance, and Sufi dance, we had one point, is important. It's same. Sufi dance, music, and calligraphy is same. For healing, we are using this point.
Beautiful.
like meditation music, simple and minimal. No?
True.
Yes.
This minimal music is like da, di, da. You can breathe between the notes.
Yes.
No?
Very true. Yeah.
Yeah. And I know about Sufi dance and music and calligraphy. And I thought about what's the healing. And I made a different music therapy and I went for lot of doctors for asking about Sufi dance, and yes, it's so healthy, Sufi dance, so healthy.
In fact, last week I read a news where, there's an ICU where patients are kept and the heart surgery is being done. And there are a couple of doctors who just play a particular music for the pain killing,
Yeah.
You don't give painkillers. So you sort of, to alleviate the pain, they're playing music and it's just working well. And bypass surgery is a big surgery. We are not talking
is,
of
yes.
any small, you're just
I want
opening.
to tell you it's unique things.
Yes.
After 2 hours, my student, after 2 hours non-stop whirling, you can test in
Blood pressure.
blood, no, it's pulse.
The pulse.
Yeah.
Very
goes
low,
down.
I presume.
No, like you now.
Ah,
It's normal.
normal.
It's
Beautiful.
not like workout.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it should be high. It should normally
Ideally, it
be
should
high.
be high, yes.
After
Should
Ideally.
have
2
a
hours,
pulse of
3 hours
150,
is-
160 at least.
Wow,
like
it's-
doing bicycle
Yeah,
or
it's
so.
normal.
Beautiful.
And it's suddenly it's stop. What happened? Nothing. Nothing.
That's the beauty of these
So,
practices, you know.
Let's assume
Yeah.
somebody comes to you, Mr. Dervish, and says, I have cancer. And
Yes, yes.
teach me Sufi dance and let me be healed from the cancer.
Yeah.
Possible?
Yes, I had a lot of students. They had cancer and different problem. Yeah, a spasm about brain, and
Tumor and so on, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of problem. I will fix easily.
The Sufi dance will fix, right?
Sufi
the whirling.
dance, yes, and music therapy.
And the music therapy,
Yeah.
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 See, that
This
is
is
that
for
is the
sure.
beauty of healing, right? We as in the medical fraternity or allopathic, we are very, very focused on that. This is the way in which a certain healing happens or a certain treatment happens. But there are so many ways, and that is what excites me, because not everything is for everyone. But at the same time, you just pick up one technique. For example, you just pick up the swirling, or you pick up a certain type of music. I have seen some magic happening with Om chanting. So many people who have had
Right.
cured their cancers just simply by certain frequencies, certain rhythms. So I strongly feel that, body can heal itself. We are
Absolutely.
all meant to have the nature's power, the 5 elements that we are made of. We can do ourselves. It's a matter of, as you said, that connection, that point with which we need to connect and become one, So what do you think should be the purpose of our life, to the audience? We just have a few minutes, but why don't you tell us how should we define that and what should be the purpose of our life?
We don't have to.
You don't have to have. Beautiful.
Yes, it's.
Is it just be?
No, being empty.
Being empty.
Yeah, everything, everywhere, every time. We are working, cooking, washing, everything.
It's more doing, human
Yes.
doing than human
being
being.
empty is more important.
Beautiful. One time, Michael, when we had him at the lab,
Yes.
and he asked me a very profound question. He says, "Who are you?" And I was like, "Okay."
No, for being empty, we need meditation, music,
Yes.
and increase of our wisdom.
Yes. So essentially, in the neuroscience terms, I say that, we live in a beta-fired world. Everything, I want to do this, I want to get this, I'm always doing some or other thing. But I never go really down within my brain's realms. I never, just be, I don't look at my mind. If we just put the mind on table, we look at the mind, witness it, and then sort of, stepping back, a lot of things can be
You saw
solved.
my brain, no?
Yes, absolutely.
What's the difference between my brain and other people?
Your brain was just like a chill, just absolutely in that theta, very well connected, the coherence, the brain was talking to each other, both brains were symmetrically
I'm normal,
connected.
I'm driving, I'm cooking, I'm
Yes, absolutely.
everywhere. Yeah.
It was just beautiful.
Other people, what happened?
That is the thing, right? So when people take up...
Important question. Why?
That's true. So when people take up one uni-pointed practice, we call it a sadhana, that is when the magic flows. I think Mr. Dervish is nothing less than magic.
Right.
Thank you so much for coming and talking to us about Dervish, about Sufism, Sufi. I love that Sufi is just, being free. And I hope many more people can get interested in learning these kind of techniques and just going beyond.
Thank you, Sweta.
So, Michael, any last thoughts as we close?
Yes, thank you very much for your explanations. When I go back to Germany, the first thing I will buy is I have an order from Amazon books from Rumi, about Rumi.
Yes.
And
does your wife swirl?
Yeah, they in Iran, in Persia, they learn it in school. They have this for many years in school. Hafiz, Rumi, and so on.
Beautiful.
And I think every pupil, every student must learn it in Iran.
I think our education system also should have one or other techniques, which, as you rightly mentioned, from the childhood, because life is not about, external things and all. Life is about living from inside out, and as you rightly mentioned, being empty,
Yeah, I do 35 minutes of Reiki every morning after wake up, and this made my life better, I must say. Self-reflection. The answer is in your inside.
Precisely.
That's it. And if you are 35 minutes a day in your inside, you get a lot of answers.
Absolutely.
And so thank you very much also from my side. And I really want to learn Sufi dancing.
Thank you to all of you who have been listening to this entire episode and podcast. Write to us what are the questions that you have regarding Sufi, and we will be posting more details about Mr. Dervish as well as you go by all our videos, other videos, etc. also in the comment section. I'm extremely grateful for all the comments that you have been sending to us from across the world. I am here, we are all here because for just one simple purpose, that we are all united, we are all one, and we need to basically heal this world, heal this planet, and every single person must be happy, absolutely healthy, and totally, I would say, at peace and at the real self of being. So thank you so much, all of you, and have a good day.